I'm back from my trip to Warsaw, Poland, and I am more fired up and excited than ever before. We have so many people in the cryptocurrency industry, but we don't have nearly enough of us to do the work that is required. Work to support our shared mission of bringing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency adoption to mainstream users across the world. I believe everyone is essentially an awesome human being with shared values built on respect of life and liberty, and for each of us, the opportunity to provide a beautiful life for ourselves and our families and with each other. But far too often, false division occurs and persons are divided. While the mission is the same, sides are created based on class or race, nationality, sex, or gender. And most of all, sides are created based on a false sense of fear, fears of which Napoleon Hill said are nothing more than a state of mind. Yet fear is also a state of chaos, and as we all know, chaos is a ladder, but a ladder to the wrong goal. Since in a world where so much is set to divide and conquer us, to discredit each other, or to highlight our differences, blockchain is going to win. And blockchain is going to win because we're not focused on destroying the old or each other, or eating or feeding the FUD. Blockchain or any movement is going to win because we join together, because we focus on building the new and our mission together, and because as leaders of blockchain technology, instead of falling into the pits of knocking each other down, we lift each other up. Let's discuss. Hey everybody, I'm Gary Palmer Jr., you're you, and together, welcome to Minting Coins. So as I was just mentioning, I am super excited, super fired up, back fresh from a trip to Warsaw, Poland. Such a beautiful city. It was actually my first time in Europe. It was my first time outside of North America, I suppose. And it was just like living in a slightly different world, a different dimension, just to be somewhere that was so familiar yet so foreign. It was really, really exciting to be in an area with such history and incredible people and a lot of opportunity as well. I was there visiting the IndaHash offices for the IndaHash ICO, and that project is looking pretty awesome, pretty amazing, and I'm really excited about what Barbara and the whole Inda team at IndaHash is doing. We have a video coming out with the interview that we did with Barbara while we were there, and we have some other videos coming out. We had a crypto summit because we were hanging out with all of these different awesome people, these YouTubers and writers inside the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry. It was really cool to geek out and just talk crypto and blockchain with so many people who are so deep into the blockchain news and information. It was really, really exciting. You know, from the very beginning, there's this opportunity that I wanted to help move forward and create with building this community and getting people together and talking about this and getting more people to learn and to have and to hold and to exchange with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. It is amazing to see you guys inside the community at mintingcoins.com. It's amazing to be connecting and collaborating with these other crypto professionals around the world. And it's really exciting about the future and a possibility of what's in store for each of us, especially you, because you are so early to the space. You are beyond an early adopter, and it's important that you let your friends, your family, and even your enemies know about what's happening, because when you know the shoe drops or when something hits the fan, you're going to want as many people in your community to know what's going on and to have a little piece of the crypto pie, because that's going to make everyone safer and stronger in a future blockchain world. So with all that being said, I have some photos to go over. I want to introduce you to some of the people, all the people. Really, it can't be all the people. I met hundreds and hundreds of people, but some of the people and all of the crypto influencers from the trip, and all that and a little bit more. So with that, let's dive in and discuss. So real quick, taking a quick peek at the market cap. It's been a couple days since we were over here. We've jumped up to a world with 1,215 different cryptocurrencies. Market cap pretty high at $168 billion, 24-hour trading, $3.4 billion. BTC dominance above 55%, almost 57%, pretty high. It's 56.8% exactly right now. Bitcoin market cap under 0.1 trillion. But it's how long do you think until we hit that 0.1 and it just doesn't fall back? A lot of people are saying before the end of the year, this price is going to go up significantly. It's going to be interesting because last year when we were looking at the Bitcoin price, we saw once we broke into January and into Q1, that's when we saw that Bitcoin price accelerate after the holidays. And I'm guessing that's what we're going to see again into Q1 of 2019. Or 2018, excuse me. Currently, every Bitcoin, $5,700. Super, super interesting. And at the trip in Warsaw, we were talking about a lot of these different currencies. We were making some predictions, talking about our favorite coins. If you follow us over here on Twitter, you can see this photo that Indahash tweeted of all of us getting together. And so we have all of these crypto influencers. Maybe you recognize some of these guys. Besides minting coins, we have Cryptosomniac and Sam over at Cryptosomniac and his business partner. We have Brandon Kelly, crypto trader, who's helping people trade like a boss. Gave everybody a bunch of tips and just has an amazing channel and opportunities for people. BK, Brandon Kelly, runs the #1 Bitcoin group in the world, and you know. He posted this photo of all of us having this awesome dinner right here. And there's a lot more photos and footage to come. Him and his girlfriend, Nicole, are having a new channel. I suggest you guys click over to here, find this post, maybe look for the word Poland, and then subscribe to their new channel. And you're going to be able to see the documentation of this trip that they just had, but all of their future trips as well. They just did an amazing job blogging and documenting the entire experience. I was a little envious, but also I'm really happy that they got a lot of good footage and posted this photo already. I'm looking forward to the future stuff. We also have Quentin over at Young and Investing, Kevin at Bitcoin for Beginners, Tom Heavey over here at Steam It. He also runs a Facebook group you can get from this link as well. And so Tom's link is going to be here for you to check out. And then David over at Crypto Coins. So this was all of us. So you got Sam, David, Kevin, BK, Tom, Quentin, Barbara right here from Indahash, and then here's Gary Palmer Jr. with Minting Coins. So it was just an amazing experience. It was cool to jive. It was cool to connect with everybody. It was a lot of fun. I took a couple photos, but I guess like getting into it and talking to everybody, it was really fun and it was really exciting because we were able to connect and talk about the mission and why we were here and why we were doing this. And everyone is looking to make a living. Everyone is looking to support themselves and to support their families. But really what it comes down to is that there's all these people in the world who are just looking to make money. Even for BK, right? It's like people want to make money. But what's really important for everybody, everyone in the group, all 8 of us in this group, is that we want to help people understand Bitcoin. We want them to help understand blockchain. And if they understand the technology and they understand the basics of what's happening, they understand the limitations, then people are going to be able to understand a lot more of how to protect themselves, a lot more how to protect their families, because most people are really hooked into this old way of thinking or this old world of doing things. People are really hooked into the banks holding all the rules, the banks holding their keys, the banks taking the responsibility away from all the adults in the world. So if you have a problem and you lose your money, you can call the bank and you could just not take responsibility because the bank will be there to help you. And so you have all these people in the world who just want to know, hey, when do I buy and when do I sell? And they don't necessarily take the time to understand what's happening with the technology. But really the way that people are thinking about this, and what I've seen with talking with all of these different influencers, is giving people the foundational knowledge and giving people control back and helping people understand how they can take control back in their lives, which may come with more risk. But by understanding Bitcoin and understanding what's happening with blockchain technology, that they're going to be stronger, and then they're going to have a greater ability to actually make money, to actually make smart trades, to actually know when to buy and sell, instead of just being told by a broker or an advisor. You have these cryptocurrency influencers across the board who are really giving people the best knowledge for them to have the greatest chances for success, as they take responsibility for themselves, as you take responsibility for yourself, and you make your best decisions based on you taking in information. And so that's what's happening. That's like this shared mission. That's this camaraderie. That's this community of building up the new, of building up blockchain technology, of bringing information to the world, and not letting the news or different people or institutions or organizations or whatnot seek to divide you with headlines, seek to divide you with memes, seek to divide you with distractions, and it's something that's really important to be aware of. And so going through a few photos, we have the IndaHash office, very big, very bright, very awesome. Here's a picture of all of us here, hanging around the table, having some pizza, getting some work done. It was a lot of fun just hanging around the office. You'll see that in the next video, over 100 different people at this office working. I didn't actually count them all, but it was just amazing to see everyone working together, and to see all the gears moving, and to see what this company was doing, and to get the presentation of the existing technology and a better sense of the roadmap of where IndaHash is going. It's super exciting, especially with the full potential of what's possible with this type of technology, and how this type of technology can change the world in so many different ways. Specifically, in this case, for bringing information to the world, connecting brands and audiences, and doing it in an authentic way in which there's visibility, there's transparency, and there's the authenticity in all the different people involved, right? Not like in traditional marketing where things are obfuscated or things are hidden. The blockchain technology provides that opportunity to have the full transparency of what's happening in the world. So in Poland, I guess something that I love the most generally in life, and then visiting Warsaw, was seeing the stark contrast between the architecture. And with the history of Warsaw just being leveled, and 85% of the city being destroyed through World War II, you get like these sort of older buildings with this I don't know, like starker sort of architecture and contrast, and it's sort of like this raw, hard, old, real, just concrete, and it was just very palpable, just the architecture of the city, and just how it was structured. But more importantly, in terms of how it affected me, was seeing it into the contrast of all the new buildings, right? With so much of Warsaw being destroyed, has been a lot that has been being built, and there's a lot that continues to be built. And you have this really old architecture next to this really new architecture, and it provides a lot of contrast. And it's a lot of contrast that we don't necessarily have in America. And so this is the one photo that I didn't take in the group here. But in this photo, you have this old Soviet communist building that was erected after the Soviets came in, after the Germans went out. And then and it's just a strong contrast with this concrete and its presentation compared to the glass and the steel, the new architecture. And it just seems sort of, to me, connecting with what's happening, and part of why I was there around cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, and just recognizing that there's the old way of doing things. And in terms of the blockchain, there's the existing financial systems, the existing financial infrastructure. And it would be impossible for the people of Warsaw, for the people of Poland to take this building down. This is the largest building in Warsaw. I don't know if it's the largest building in all of Poland, but it's very big. And as you can imagine, when it was built, so long ago, this is just a ton of concrete. It's a ton of infrastructure. It's a giant footprint, and it's just not something that could be easily removed. And if the people of Warsaw spent all of their time trying to get rid of this giant symbol of oppression, this giant structure that was just representing, the USSR controlling their entire nation, then they wouldn't have the time to build all of this new infrastructure. They wouldn't have the resources to create all of this new opportunity. So instead of them taking the time to destroy the old, they focus their time, they focus their attention, they focus their resources on growing with the world and moving forward with the world, and not being stuck with what was happening in the past. And so I hope you appreciate just the little me talking about that, and sort of that analogy of the comparing and contrasting the architecture in Warsaw with what's happening in this new industrial order of blockchain technology and financial technology, and things like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is outside this a palace of knowledge, or this library, this giant library. And it was just amazing to see this structure, and it was really beautiful with this one structure, how the entire roof and all around the outside of this giant building is all covered in trees and foliage, and is just overgrown with vines and birds, and it's just art, and it's absolutely beautiful. It was an amazing place in Poland. Having a chance to get to see the old town, and the mermaid, Versa, and the story of how Warsaw got its name from the fisherman and the mermaid, and then the prince that released her. It's just such rich history going back thousands of years. So you have this culture, this history, and it was just a lot of fun. Being somewhere that I've never been to before. I've lived in Atlanta, I've lived in California, I've lived in New York, I've lived in Florida. I've been all over the map. I visited, Canada, Toronto, Niagara Falls, but to be in Europe was definitely an amazing experience. Getting to see the old castle and the old palace in Warsaw, some Chopin, hearing some incredible music performed live. It was just a treat, which is just an understatement. I just deeply enjoyed the music and the presentation and the care and everything that happened. And then, seeing around the IndaHash office, it was really cool. This is part of their tech team developing. All these guys are just coding away. And technology, and just it was office after office after office of people working on the IndaHash project, on the IndaHash company, and just them really geared up and them fired about what's coming up, and them getting ready to tokenize their product in the next 3 to 6 months, I suppose. This is Joe at IndaHash right over here. I can't point to him, but this is Joe right over here at IndaHash, and then we have David over there. This is Sam, Crypto Sobniak. I feel like a weather person. And they were just really cool guys. All of these guys were really cool guys. I had such fun meeting them. We're talking about collaboration. We're talking about, being on each other's channels, sharing the message, and just helping more people. It was really great to be with all of these folks and not have any sense of competition, not have any sense of, secrets, just everyone sharing information with each other and everyone just really being supportive of the mission, of the values, of the reason why we're all so passionately fond of Bitcoin and blockchain technology and several of these different alternative cryptocurrencies as well. Here we have Quentin over here and his friend that he brought. Here's David again. And, I guess what a lot of this, brings me to thinking about the collaboration and the talks of the collaboration that we had. And then I came back to New York and I was going through the news, and I'm going through Reddit, and I'm taking a look at like what's happening in the past 24 hours since, the plane ride, it's like a 13, 14-hour trip. I sort of was really curious what happened in the past 14 hours while I was on the airplane. But anyway, there was this sort of meme on Reddit that was said, how I sleep when I know that the majority of the people I don't like haven't bought any Bitcoin. And granted, this, might be funny for some people, and this is how a lot of people feel about, their situation. This is the exact opposite of what I'm letting people know. And this is the exact opposite of the information that I'm looking to share in the world, because we need more people to have Bitcoin and blockchain technology, not less. And, there's that old saying that the enemy of your enemy is your friend. Well, I mean, it's so much deeper than that, because we're, without getting too meta and whatnot, we're all connected, right? And even if you have an enemy, your enemy needs to purchase food, and your enemy needs to purchase supplies, and they purchase it from someone else, and that money gets used in the economy. If anything, if or when something happens to the fiat currency, the hyperinflation that we're seeing in so many places across the world, we need more people to have Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, so we can support a new economy, so we can support the new global trade and transactions with these cryptocurrencies. Because if too few people have Bitcoin and blockchain technology, then it's going to be really difficult to or take much longer for people to build up an economy, right? It would be like if you were living in a town with Scrooge McDuck, and if the fiat currency all went away, and Scrooge McDuck is the only person with gold, then it's going to be really difficult for other people to buy things, and for Scrooge McDuck to buy things, because it's going to be difficult to have, trade, because only one person has all the wealth. And so we need as much of that wealth to be in many hands as possible, even if it's just a fraction of a Bitcoin, 0.1 Bitcoin, 0.05 Bitcoin, 0.005 Bitcoin, just any amount. And so, I really hope that you share that view, and you understand how as many people having it, including your enemies, is really to your advantage. Because when it's not, right, there might be things that you don't know, and some people may say that you know nothing. But one thing that I think that we're all pretty sure about is that chaos is a ladder. And when chaos is being created through several different ways. It's being created through fear, and it's being created through uncertainty. And as you know, it's being created through doubt. It's being created by dividing people. Chaos is being created by discrediting people. Chaos is being created by distractions and talking about things that aren't even completely related. Two truths and a lie. And so when these things happen around fear, when these things happen that cause division, this chaos that is a ladder, who is it serving? And is it serving Bitcoin? Is it serving blockchain technology? With every fork that we're seeing in Bitcoin, and every fork that we're seeing with all these different situations that happen, particularly Bitcoin with the Bitcoin Cash and the SegWit 2X and the Bitcoin Gold and the Bitcoin Silver and the Litecoin Sapphire, and whatever these things come around, is this creating fear? Is this creating division? And is that creating chaos? And so if this chaos is being created, is that helping Bitcoin? Is that helping blockchain technology? What it comes down to is that the answer is no, it's not, because we win by sticking together. We win by coming together. What everyone at this table understands is that divided we divided we fall, and united we stand. And it's just a real pleasure to be with these people, and I'm really excited about the future collaboration, and I'm really excited about continuing to build community together. So with that being said, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions about the trip to Warsaw, or collaboration, or let me know if you have any questions about any of these other cryptocurrency influencers and folks that were here. Sam, Cryptosomniac, David, Kevin, Bitcoin for Beginners, David Crypto Coins, BK, Crypto Trader, Trading Like the Boss over there, Tom, Quentin at Young and Investing. If you have any questions for me about IndaHash, if you have any questions about minting coins, and if you haven't already, come to the minting coins community, feel free to make yourself a membership. And if you would like a free membership, just make yourself a membership. Don't do the paid option then. Shoot us an email through the website. If you're one of the first 500 members or so, then we can upgrade your membership for free. Be happy to do that, just to help build this community, help get people together, to be part of the conversations that are happening in the forums, to be part of a community that is supportive and interested at really growing something good that we have, and it's an opportunity that we don't want to waste. It's an opportunity that we want to take advantage of. It's an opportunity that we want to take action on. And it's an opportunity that will have the greatest potential of success if we do it together. So with that being said, like this video if this helped you, if this gave you any sort of value, or if you enjoy this content. Please leave any comments, because I'd love to know what you think. Feel free to visit us at Steemit. We have a lot of additional videos coming. I'm backed up on a few videos and a few pieces of content, including a couple that I think are just critical that I let you know about. So until next time, I'm glad that together we are minting coins.